Alright guys, what's up? Welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So in this video I want to share something with you guys that I think is really relevant, and I was thinking about this for the last few days as the markets are crashing, as US oil is losing 30% of its value in one day, as the markets are hitting limit down and the market are closing because it's going down way too fast. So a lot of craziness right now happening on the market, so we have to be really vigilant for these things and aware of what could happen. And so I think that a lot of you guys, well, maybe not a lot, but some of you guys who are watching my videos or following me on Instagram, you are not trading yet, okay? For some reason, maybe that you don't know if you want to do this, or maybe that you haven't started yet, or whatever, right? But if you are not trading right now, well, you should be, okay? That's the point. You should be trading, or at least you should be on the charts learning about it in this current moment. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this year will be the hardest trading year of the last decade, okay? So if we look at the past 10 years, this year will most definitely be the hardest trading year ever, okay? So you could either make a lot of money or you could lose a lot of money. And of course, most people will lose money, right? And so the reason why is because the markets are going down, there might be a recession or a market crash starting, a lot of uncertainty with coronavirus. We have the election in the US that are coming up. People are just dying from the virus, economy is slowing down, rates are already very low. So there are a bunch of reasons why at this current time it is very, very hard to trade the market because of all of these uncertainty. So why am I saying that now is the best time to get started, right? Well, it's because if you learn how to trade in a difficult environment, when the markets will recover, maybe in a few months or maybe in a year or in 2 years, but when the market will start to recover, it will be so much easier for you to actually trade, right? Think about it. If you learn how to trade in the most difficult environment possible, then when the markets will come back to normal, it will be so easy to trade, right? Because you will have been trained under the hardest condition possible, right? It's like if we look at people who go into army, right? Well, they are trained under very, very hard conditions. They wake up super early, they have huge trainings, and they go through a lot. So after this, if they try to just do, the training of the average guy who just goes to the gym for 30 minutes or 1 hour, it's so freaking easy for them, right? So, it's kind of the same idea in trading. If you learn how to trade when it's really hard to trade and when there's a lot of things to take in consideration, all of a sudden, in few months or few years, you will be so thankful that you did this because it will be a lot easier and you will just skyrocket your trading progress, right? You will become a much better trader and much faster than the average person. So if you are not trading yet, right? Or if you are not learning about it yet, you should start right now, okay? And I'm saying this for your trading future and also for the current moment, because a lot of people who don't know what to do in those situations will lose money, right? If you look at, once again, the average person who just has some savings or some investment in the stock market, well, in those situations, those people are just losing money. They are not making any money. They cannot profit from these situations because they don't even know what they should do in order to make money from that, right? Now, us as traders, we can make money even when the markets are going down because we know how to trade and we know how to approach these situations. So I hope you guys realize how much advantage that gives you over most people, right? So not only in the current period you can make money instead of losing money, but you will also become a better trader because you will be trained under the hardest condition possible, and then it will become a lot easier. So there's no excuse, there's no reason not to start right now, okay? And I've also, updated even the course a little bit, Reversal Master, right, which is my trading course. I've done a webinar recently with my students this weekend actually, and I did record this webinar and I post it in in the course. It's about 1 hour long, and in this webinar I answer all the questions about what's going on in the market, how can we trade this situation, what I'm doing personally in my trading to profit from these market crashes, or at least to be safe and not lose money, as I said, like most people. So I cover all of this in this one video, and of course after that you have the whole course that is there to teach you how to trade, right? So I mean, there's no better moment to get started, right? You will understand the situation better, you might even be able to profit from it, you will be ready for later in your trading career. So I mean, if you guys are not learning how to trade right now, please start doing so. I'm telling you, it's worth it, like I would not even be where I am today, if I didn't make this first initial decision of just learning about it, like if I didn't make this decision 4.5 years ago, at this time I would probably be in school, right now, this day, at this time, I would probably be in school, studying something that I maybe not love that much, heading for a regular job, right? That would be my life if I didn't make this choice. But now I'm a full-time trader, I'm at home, making money, trading, running businesses, and life is amazing, a lot of freedom. So guys, I'm telling you, the reason why I'm trying to push this so hard to you right now is because it really did change my life. I'm not saying this to sound cool or whatever, but that's just the truth, right? It really did change everything for me, and I'm so thankful that I made this decision. And I know that some of you guys who will make the same decision than I did a few years back, you will be so thankful in the future to make this decision, because it could change everything for you. And when I look at my own students, I mean, we have people who trade on 5, 6, and even 7 figures account. We have people who manage millions in Reversal Master. I know some of these guys, right? Who trade with us in the group on a day-to-day basis. That's crazy, 7 figures, right? It's more than what I trade personally, right? So that just goes to show you guys, what type of level you can get on. And we are only few years into the process. Imagine in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, how much money these guys will manage, or how much money I will trade myself. You see what I mean? Like it's such an interesting process, and it can really go fast if you actually do the things correctly. But if you don't, you might actually never make it happen, which is why I created the course in the first place, right? 90% of traders fail, so that's why you need to have the right mentorship and the right information to succeed in this business. And yeah, so I hope you guys really understand the purpose of this video, which is to motivate you to keep going, or to at least start if you haven't started yet, because the markets are fascinating nowadays. A lot of opportunities will be there in the next few weeks, in the next few months, and if you are not prepared, you will miss all of these opportunities. And the problem is that if you just repeat this few times in your life, right? If you miss those very amazing opportunities a few times in your life, well, you will never really get much out of it, right? That's the truth. I think that this is Charlie Munger who said something like this, right? Like, we don't get that many great opportunities in our life. So when one of them actually comes around, we need to be ready and be able to catch them. So that's the reason why I'm trying to push this to you guys right now. The markets are so volatile, it creates opportunities, and if you know how to trade, you will be able to get those opportunities, which don't come very often, as I said, right? We don't often get that much volatility on the market, and maybe even a crash or a recession. But if you are a trader, you can profit from this situation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that this kind of wake-up call was effective. And yeah, so on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.